7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
The Savachi syndrome, I'm telling you, you're like, well, holy shit, that was crazy. What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Moto Aftermath Show presented by TLR Coatings. We're here to talk Glen Helen, the great American racetrack.
Don't do that. Red Bud is.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. Anyway, Glen Helen, the hills.
The hills
have eyes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
You like where I went with that, huh?
I did.
Okay, so, once again, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We've been getting quite a few subscribers, which is great, awesome, super. We really appreciate it. Make sure you follow us on Facebook for some even more. You know what I thought? Had this thought. When we go east and we're watching the race together and then doing the show immediately after, of Facebook Living the show.
Okay.
Maybe not saving it so much, but I don't know. We'll see.
Kind of
Anyway.
like what we did for Vegas a couple years ago? Or
Yeah.
last year, or whatever it was.
Well, yeah, I mean, we could Facebook Live as we watch the race.
Oh,
we could
yeah,
Facebook Live the show as we're filming it, too. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure something out. Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, we could do it while we're watching the race. That'd be cool. So anyway, yeah, so follow us on Facebook at the Moto Aftermath Show. You can follow me on Instagram. And then if you want to help us out, there's Amazon links below. Click those. Go into Amazon, buy something. We get a small slice of that. You can donate on Patreon. Joe sent me his address finally, so I will get your stuff out in the mail tomorrow. And then if you want to buy t-shirts, we have some awesome t-shirts. I'll link that below also. We got to order those still.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we got to figure out some Redbud stuff too.
Definitely not wearing black.
No.
No, it's like 102 in Michigan right now.
It is. It's very warm. We're in the air conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not working outside until the sun goes down.
Exactly.
Yes. So anyway, let's talk about the shitty Glen Helen track.
One more thing.
Okay.
No, it has really nothing to do with the review. Remember what we talked about for when we go to the break for East Coast? For doing a show in between Thunder Valley and
Oh,
Highway?
yeah,
You want to
okay.
just bring this up?
Yes,
Yeah,
we could. We might as well get a couple of weeks in here. So we want to do a Q&A show is what we call it. Yeah, a Q&A show. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask you guys to comment below this week and next week questions you want us to answer on this Q&A show. We're going to do this in the off week. And, you know, you can ask us anything from...
Who's the greatest rider of all time?
Yeah, greatest
top 5,
rider
whatever.
of all time. Whatever. As long as it pertains to motocross, supercross, hell, even if it doesn't, whatever.
Yep.
I'm an open book. Ask me anything. No, I don't use cocaine. Or meth. But anyway, yeah, so you can ask us anything. So comment below this week. We'll throw this out again next week for the Thunder Valley show. And then that way we'll put together some questions that people have for us. And we'll go from there.
Because we noticed that you guys don't always ask questions that have to pertain to the review show. So we never really get a chance to answer them because both of us are busy. And this is giving you a chance. We're giving you more content and kind of, I guess, communicate with us in some sense, other than Travis commenting back. And yeah, like Travis said, they can be anything. It can be the age-old debate, which series is better, us versus the GPs, who's the fastest rider of all time, just stuff like that. So
sure.
All right, let's get into this crappy track.
This shitty track.
I'm pretty sure we could just leave this up until we go to Muddy Creek, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Because it's been track sucked ass.
Yeah, so dude, I mean, they changed the layout.
Yeah.
Which was neat.
Yeah, sure.
Because I was expecting him to go up and down the hills a certain way, and we didn't. But I thought it sucked, man. It was just...
It's one line.
It was one line. There wasn't anything to it. There wasn't any real good spots to pass. They did tone down that big jump and split it into 2, which made everybody a little happier. So that's cool.
Typical Glen Helen. It literally breaks down the same every year.
Although they said that it didn't till it as deep again, which is kind of a pattern we're seeing. I don't know if it's because we're on the West Coast and they're not tilling it as deep, but...
Well, I think it also had to do with the fact of them not knowing if they were going to get rain or not. And then the fact that they did get rain.
Yes.
And they didn't want it to be super deep because Glen Helen over the years, other than out front bringing all that silt sand, they haven't really changed up the soil. So it's loose on top, but it's really packed. And especially late in the day, it gets super, super concrete underneath. So it's like, I think that was basically the case. And they even alluded to it. They go, well, you know, we didn't know if we wanted to till it super deep or, you know, add more. And I think that's what they did. They didn't till it super deep, but they put a bunch of water on the track and stuff. So then it kept the traction in the dirt throughout the day, which was a good thing. But it's typical Glen Helen. I mean, it's one of those things. Stay tight to the corners and stuff, and don't blow your braking point coming down the hills.
Pretty much.
That camber, though, coming down the one hill,
was gnarly.
Yeah, and
they were basically just slamming into the bottom.
And you were just pivoted because you literally could not, which is crazy, too, because actually they built that embankment up, but it drops off so hard that as soon as you lean in, the bike just wants to push away from you. Mm-hmm. You know, and but it's typical Glen Helen. I mean, like we just talked about this before we went on. Anybody that doesn't believe me...
Yep, that's it. That's all about the track. It sucked. Let's move on. Okay, 450s here. What do you want? You know what? Let's just start here and kind of work our way. Okay, so let's start. Chris Aldridge.
Dude!
Getting results here. Let's see.
His results weren't great, but the second moto, dude, he was running 8th and 9th for a good 15 to 18 minutes.
Where was he?
I think the first moto he was in had like the top 25 maybe.
I don't even see him on here. Why do I not see him on here? This is a great show.
I know, right?
Great show.
I don't know where he is.
Yeah.
It's a two-stroke thing. They didn't have him on there. Where did he finish? Sorry, guys. We're trying to find this.
I guess he didn't race yesterday.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure he got top 25 the first moto, but the second moto... running 8th and 9th for a good 15 minutes on a box stock. No pipe, no silencer, revalve suspension, 252 stroke. And ultimately proving that we need to change the CC restrictions and 252 strokes still can compete.
Yep. Yeah, that was cool. You could hear him most of the day through different parts when they were showing different things. So, yeah, it's just funny that he's doing so well on that, and then you've got like Stanky's
right. Just all he rides is two strokes.
Yeah, a two-stroke, but he's so far off the pace, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I kind of thought when he went to the 252 stroke as well as he's done on the 125 that, you know, and because he rides that more during the summer, that he would be able to adapt to the 450 class a little bit better, but no.
Yeah,
no.
But do you think, okay, let me ask you this, do you think Stank Dog trains a lot?
Dude, Stanky don't train.
Okay.
Dude, you can literally, and I don't either, but I know people that follow him. Dude, all his Instagram and Snapchats, it's literally just because he endorses a local pot company. All he's doing is just smoking dope the whole time. Like, he doesn't train, dude. He doesn't train.
Awesome.
And, I know that everybody's like, oh, man, you know, what would happen if you did this? Man, I don't want Stanky being my guy that's promoting my company.
No.
So, no.
No.
So, shout out to Chris Aldridge. Like I said, the only reason he... I think he would have faded because he hasn't really been training for this. Like, it was just kind of on the whim, and I think he's only doing the West Coast rounds, so Thunder Valley and Washougal. He probably would have faded, so he probably would have maybe got 11th or 12th and stuff, but the only reason he did is because he tacoed his front wheel. But still, shout out to Chris Aldridge on a box stock 252 stroke. And Glen Helen really not being the best place to do that against 450s.
No.
So, congrats to him. And another Honda rider hurt. I know that's not down here, but Christian Craig, torn ACL.
Craig torn ACL there in that first moto on that stupid fucking jump in the back. That jump has been I thought that jump was dumb for the last 3 years since I've been really back into watching this stuff of like, why do we have that? Why can we not build that lip
We
bigger?
got like, 3 or 4 hip jumps on that track, and that's just unnecessary.
Yeah, and they're all like shitty lips. Like, why do you build it so that like you have to stretch it on a 450 late in the day? Like, it's stupid.
Well,
it's
and also
dumb.
coming off the backside, if you're on the outside and you hit that embankment, like literally, unless you're already leaning in when you hit the backside, you like have to arc it really hard.
Yeah.
Because you're going to do what Christian did. You're going to roll up, and then it drops off, so your front end's just going to get caught, and then you're going to hit the ground. So, dude. Honda's just not having a good year right now.
They're about to.
They're about to. They're about to.
They're about to. We might as well transition right into that.
Yes.
First moto.
He's back.
20 minutes leading. And not holding up Eli for 20 minutes.
No.
Straight up battling with Eli.
Dude.
I mean, and they both seem like they had a good time. So as long as Kenny stays patient and is like, this is great, but we're still a couple more weeks before we're real good. Dude, 1 week. Just look what it just is. Just his progression from 1 week. Well,
one more week dialing in the bike.
Yeah, and he even said, which we talked about before, that was his first race on a Honda Outdoors.
Yes.
So
people need to
now
remember
they've had a week of testing.
Oh yeah.
And we're already here.
And then when we go to the East Coast swing, he gets to go back to Florida, where he loves to be, where his home is, where he gets to train at the Nest. Like, dude, oh my God, it's on. Like, High Point. And it's...
We said it in the group text yesterday. Come High Point.
Like, I know that Tomac
the path
is looking really hard to beat, and he's looking like on form of 2015. But right now, we are looking like we are going to be in for a showdown for the rest of the summer.
Which will be awesome. That's all we need is two guys battling it out.
He's what? He's 7th, or what is he, 7th in points? He's not top 5, I know that.
Yes, he's 7th. He's 47 points down.
Okay, so... if he can, and we know that Eli, and we'll get into it when we talk about him in a second, but he's going to have some bad races. We just know it. He's not going undefeated. Like, I already saw that. People are like, oh my God, 20 more to go. And I'm like, whoa.
Started throwing that out there, and everybody's like, shut up, Jason.
I'm like, whoa. So, he's going to have some bad moments. We know it's going to happen. He just, so, dude, if Kenny can just keep rolling off, being consistent, and, dude, we're going to be in for a showdown. Like, it's just...
We are.
I don't know, man. It surprised me.
I'm excited. I was a little surprised too. When he got the lead, obviously he inherited because Craig crashed.
Yep.
Fine, whatever.
But he's probably going to go around him pretty quickly.
Yeah, and Eli was back there, but I was like, as soon as Eli catches him, done deal, like, no way. And then all of a sudden, he was leading. And then he was still leading. And he got to halfway, and then Eli was showing him.
Yeah, and
he's
still
leading. And I'm like, huh. Then we got to 20 minutes in. And he was still leading, and I'm like...
And Eli, you could tell, was getting frustrated in some of those spots. Even that one section where they came into the tight left, and Eli just tried to bonsai on the outside, and Kenny's just like, nope, you're not going to take the line away from me. And he just got the front wheel on him, and he made Eli shut off because Eli was going to have to push to the outside and cross rut. And dude, Kenny's lines, man, like, it just shows you why Kenny is one of the most, if not the most naturally talented dude in the world. He is taking the lines that are so far off the beaten path. He's having to float because obviously he doesn't have the arm strength where it was getting really square edge and the bike was dancing around and maybe his bike setting's not 100%. And dude, he's just weighting the peg, floating through, and he's just carrying his momentum from section to section. And you're like, oh my God, like this is Kenny. Like this is why he is so much better than everybody else other than Eli.
Well, as they said on the Pulp Show, his racecraft of going into a corner in the middle so that Eli's like, is he going to go in? Is he going to go out? Is he going to go in? I don't know where he's going to go. So that way Eli can't make the move on him. Like, it's just unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. But that's what you get when you get Ken Roczen.
And he's so good about, especially coming down the hills, just finding the lines. And, a lot of people don't like to do this, especially when you're just waiting the front end and stuff because you're afraid of the back end pushing on you. Like, dude, him just wanting to just pivot from side to side to stay out of the bumps. And like I said, even weight in the front end where all your momentum's pushing down, just the fact that he can lift, not manual over because it's going to be really hard to do that, but just lifting the front end just enough to clip the top where he doesn't get a lot of load out of the forks. And you're like, oh my God, like this dude, like, I don't know. I was just shocked. I'm like, holy shit. And then Marv gets him and he paces him all the way to the finish. I'm like, dude, so as soon as Marv goes around, he's done. He's going to drop anchor.
Nope.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want to get too pumped up. But, dude, that's...
going to get interesting come High Point, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think next week's going to be a lot more interesting than it's already been.
Yeah.
But I think once we get to High Point, these boys are in trouble. But let's move on. So, Baggett, second moto. Baggett's underwhelming this year so far, right?
Well, and I knew we were going to talk about this and stuff. He's not great. He was my title pick. I don't know how many points back. He's in 4th in the points or 5th or something. I think he's 5th. Yeah, he's got to be 5th. Shit. I don't know about how many points exactly he's down right now, but, he struggled at Hangtown last year, and then he went in, he had the week off, or not the week off, but, during the week, they built on some chassis settings, did the same thing, and then he came out and he did good the second moto at Glen Helen. And we don't know. He might have done good the second moto yesterday or on Saturday, but freaking got stacked up in that first lap and stuff. Hit the embankment, cross-rutted, whatever. Almost, Barsha almost killed him.
Yeah. And he lost the grip. He rode that whole moto. Yeah. I heard that on the review show. I don't want to blow the review show out too much for you there from Pulp, but yeah, he rode that whole second moto with no grip.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so he has been underwhelming, but we're coming to the track where it all started
last year.
Yeah, last year.
So we'll see.
It's hard because he's far back now, and it's hard to fathom that he's gonna win this championship. But I'm gonna reserve judgment until we get to the halfway point. Now, if he continues to do this, then I'm off.
Yeah.
I'm off the bandwagon.
Yeah.
And it's probably people are probably thinking, well, dude, how can you he's not even close right now, and he's not. But Thunder Valley is where it all started last year, and then he went out and won High Point, and it's like, okay, we're building some momentum here, so I'm gonna hold off to the halfway point. And if we get to the halfway point and he's got it down to under 20, then we're golden. But dude, if he continues to ride like this, then I'm off. I'm off the bandwagon. I can't defend him anymore.
No.
So
So Anderson's been surprisingly good.
Yeah.
Compared to what we thought we were getting coming in, which was a guy who was like, I don't give a shit, I want a Supercross title, to the outdoors. He's been...
Dude, he was gone that second moto. He ripped the whole lead and he just sprinted his life away.
He was 10 seconds gone to
I know.
the end.
And it was 10 seconds to lap 4, lap 5, something like that?
It was early.
It was early.
So.
He made Eli chase him and stuff, but I don't know, man. I don't want to take anything away from Eli, but I do think it was partly. And Anderson didn't make any excuses. He said, look, he's like, when Eli was catching me and then I saw some of his lines, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But,
he's faster. Bye. See ya.
But I think Anderson hit the wall. I do. I think he just hit the wall.
That could be.
I think if he was in shape and he wouldn't have been so focused on wrapping the Supercross title up, because they've even said it, he didn't do a lot of outdoor prep even in the week off. He was still pounding out laps.
Him and his mechanic told Alden, we're going to do Supercross. We're not going to worry about outdoors.
So I think that's the bright side, that he can look at it and he goes, and yes, Eli didn't get the greatest of starts, but it's not like he was 30th. He was in the top 10, and he worked his way through pretty quickly because he was so much better than everybody else. But if you're Anderson, and you know that you can get that big of a gap that early on a one-line track, does that give you a little bit of confidence? Knowing that if I can keep building and get into shape?
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's all of a sudden he's the second guy that's going to be battling Eli for the title, but if I'm him, I'm thinking, dude, I got away from these guys early. And granted, I sprinted, dude, he was just max out. I would have loved to see this heart rate monitor. I really would have. Knowing what he had to do to get away from him.
Yep.
But if I'm him, I'm thinking, man, I don't know, dude. My speed is there. It's just my endurance isn't. So, I don't know. He surprised the hell out of me. He's definitely making everybody look stupid.
Yeah. But at least it's giving us something to talk about and some entertainment value here.
Okay, so my question is that if he can build on it, and we know somebody like Anderson, Supercross champion, he's done well in outdoors before. He's never won an overall, but he's done well. He's won motos. So we know he's going to get better. We know he's going to get better. The East Coast heat is not going to bother him because he's trained in Florida for so long. And there are some tracks on the East Coast that he does well at. He's done well at High Point. He won at Muddy Creek last year. He likes Redbud. Southwick, not so much, because he's not a sand guy. Do you think that if he can get his endurance up, that all of a sudden he goes until Kenny's 100% to being the guy that can challenge Eli for this title?
Well, I don't think we got that long until Kenny's the guy.
I don't either. But what I'm saying is because Kenny is still quite a ways back in points, do you think Anderson, if he can get this endurance up, and now that we've seen his speed, because I don't think anybody thought he was going to be that fast, even if he had a clear track, because he won motos last year, but he didn't dominate. I didn't think his sprint speed was that good. What I'm getting at is that if he can build this endurance up, does all of a sudden it go from being, this is going to be a Marvin, Barsha, Baggett, to now Anderson is the guy until Kenny's 100%?
Maybe.
Because, dude, maybe he is the real deal. I know that a lot of people question the reason why he won Supercross, and then he kind of backtracked and made his comments, I want to win both titles. I want to prove that I'm a one-hit wonder. Maybe he is not. Maybe he is the real deal. Maybe when he's 100%, he can win both of these championships. Because I'm going to tell you what, dude, it's been a long time since somebody's got away from Eli other than Kenny that quickly. Let's be real. When's the last time you've seen somebody when Eli's been pushing? Because Eli was pushing at the beginning of that moto. Yeah. When's the last time, other than Kenny, you've seen somebody get away from Eli that quickly?
Yeah, it's good.
I don't want to buy into it, but there's a little bit of hope there, don't you think?
I was going to say, we could have a good, high point on here,
Yeah.
you know, if you have Eli's good, Kenny's good, Anderson's back up, Baggett's
you know.
up, and Marv, I mean, dude, if you got 5 guys, I know the class is really top heavy and we're basically like 9th and up as factory dudes, but...
Well, I know that he's not on here, and we'll get into this before we get into Eli. I know that Marv got 2nd overall yesterday, but if he doesn't have a win by a high point, and I feel like I'm doing the same thing we did in Supercross, I'm almost going to backtrack and say I don't think he wins a moto this year, or wins an overall this year. Not a moto, an overall. I don't think so.
Maybe, yeah.
Because, I mean, dude, like, I know that he got 2nd, and it's crazy to say that because he looked better than Baggett and Barsha, but, man, the 2nd moto, when Eli got around him, dude, he put, like, 52 seconds on him.
Oh, yeah.
And, I mean, come on, bro. Like, I don't know, dude. I know that we've talked about this. You know, you've stated this before, that you're not believing Marv ever has a real shot at a championship. He's just going to be a moto win guy and a supercross win guy. But his window of winning titles is over with, and I haven't been that far on it, but because of his age. Dude, the reason why I say that is because I think that when Baggett and Barsha and Kenny and Anderson are 100%, I think Marv, technically sound other than Kenny, is better than all those guys, so his racecraft is better. But I don't think his speed's better. And we know what is the one thing we always say with racing?
Speed.
Speed. We can work with it.
Speed.
And, man, I don't know, dude. How you going to give a championship contender get beat by 52 seconds in the 2nd moto? Like, come on, man. I don't know, dude. I'm almost thinking, and it's crazy, but when all these guys round into form, then Marv might be on the back end of all that.
I'm staying on my train that, dude, Marv might win some races here and there, but he's not going to win another title.
No, I don't believe he wins. So. Okay, so how far are we going to get in? Because I'm going to go high point. How far are we going to get in?
Okay, great. I'll be down in a second.
What do you want to do?
No, just keep talking.
Oh,
keep talking. We'll wrap it up here.
We'll just stop because we got to go into Eli.
We'll be right back with Eli. And we're back. Talk about Eli.
Okay, talking about Eli. Travis will be back in a minute. What can I say, guys? Eli was on point yesterday. I mean, the 2nd moto, it was about 10 minutes to go, and he was about 8 seconds back, and there was literally a point where he was going 6 seconds a lap faster than everybody else. And I was very hesitant about putting Eli as a champion. I know that's crazy because he is the defending champion, but Eli's going to Eli. He's going to make those boneheaded mistakes when everything's not going great. Did I call this? No. I didn't think this was going to happen. I thought Baggett would have something for him. I thought Marv would be a little bit better through 4 motos. But is it surprising? No. We all know that when Eli's on point next to Kenny, that he's the fastest dude in the States. Clear and away. You know, we know how fast Hurling's and Cairoli over there, but we're not going to talk about that. But, I don't know. I was very shocked. I didn't think he was going to close the gap on Anderson, but like I said, I think that Anderson got tired. And, I'm not going to go on this, he's got 4 motos in a row. He's won them pretty handedly. He's going to go 24-0. No, I do not believe that one bit. Because he did this in 2015. He got 6 motos in, and then he hit the deck at Thunder Valley. So we're going to have to wait to see on that. I think things are going to get good when we go to High Point. But like I said, I'm not going to say that it was shocking that he did this. Because, like I said, other than Kenny, we know that he's the fastest dude in the States. Straight up and down. He is the fastest outright speed. And, yeah, I don't know. I think that if he's finally figured it out, it's going to be a long year for everybody. But I'm still not 100% sold that he can do this for the entire year. He still makes boneheaded mistakes, like I said. And I don't know. It's hard to bet against him for a title right now. But it's hard to believe that he's going to go the rest of the year without making a mistake. So...
All right, what'd you say about Eli?
I just made the comment about he was really good and you know what he was doing going 6 seconds a lap faster than everybody else.
Yeah, 6 seconds a lap faster.
Yeah.
6 seconds a lap faster.
Yeah, so which means he was doing 240s or 241s and everybody was doing like 246s and 247s.
What I heard was a 240 at 1 lap he did, and the closest guy was Anderson at 246.
You know what's crazy though? I look back on those first moto lap times and granted the track got rougher. Dude, fucking Plessinger was faster than Eli the first moto.
Well, Yep. That'll happen.
So anyways, let's just, if you want to go right into talking about Eli, I don't fucking know. It's up to you, I guess.
He went 6 seconds a lap faster. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
24-0. 250 time.
Okay.
All right, 250s. What do you want to argue about this week, dickhead?
Gage sure stuck the whole shot the first moto.
Gage sure.
Yeah, dude. He
Full shot.
His parents run the Grindstone compound.
I was like, who the hell is this guy?
He's a local kid, dude. He's good at these West Coast tracks, but when he goes east, he's gonna struggle hardcore.
I mean, I thought it was awesome. You whole shot.
He goes to Loretta's and he dies every year.
Well, I died a little yesterday.
All right, so what do you want to talk about first?
Let's talk about this Jeremy Martin commercial, which I know you haven't seen.
I haven't seen it.
So it's a Garmin commercial.
Okay.
And he walks into this classroom and he's a substitute teacher. Full gear, helmet, Garmin on his thing, on his helmet, but they're going with the 360 view camera. And then he's like, I see you doing that spit wad, and I see you not passing that note, and I see you doing this. Are we ready to go? And I'm like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, that has literally nothing to do about riding dirt bikes, but all right.
I mean, kind of, but
Whatever. Okay.
it's dumb. Anyway, what else I got wrote on there?
Yeah, I don't know what that says.
Oh, it's your most underwhelming 250 person so far.
Chase Sexton.
Really?
Dude, he got a fifth the second moto at Hangtown, and he was never close to the front after that. He's been terrible. Like, dude, I expected him to get wins.
Yeah.
Bro, he was 10th the first moto, I think.
You're off the Sexton train just that.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I still think he's gonna get wins, but if you want to ask me that most underwhelming, it's got to be Chase.
I guess.
Come on, dude. Like, what were his moto scores yesterday?
10-8. 10-8.
Did you really think through
No,
4 motos he would have one top 5?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with him, but you're right. It has been underwhelming.
I mean, was that who you were gonna say, or who are you gonna say?
I mean,
I don't know why you're gonna say Savachi. He wasn't great at, dude. He's got 2 top 5s. Like, I don't know what's underwhelming about that.
He hasn't been up front battling at all.
That second moto, he was better. No, but that's the thing,
I mean,
dude.
you can say he was better, but Mitch is pissed.
Why?
I've heard that Mitch is pissed.
Would we? What? He did the same thing last year.
He's not just pissed about Savachi. He's pissed about everybody. He's not happy with Faulkner. I'm going to say the only one who's not.
He can't be upset with Marchbanks.
In his laser sights, it's Marchbanks.
Marchbanks has been phenomenal through 4 motos as a rookie.
Marchbanks has been better than the other two.
Well, I don't think it. Well, his speed looks better, but overall wise, obviously he hasn't been better than Joey. But Faulkner, I mean, dude, Faulkner's only been on the bike for 3 weeks.
Do you believe this Faulkner fucking rib injury shit?
I don't know. Well, see, I heard it was hurting more of his back than anything. Like, he had the ribs, but it was putting more. It was compensating on his back.
The whole thing. Do you believe that at all?
No, I would believe more that it's still his shoulder than anything.
Yeah, but you saw? Yeah, we sent that in the group chat of him jumping that huge thing at Paula. Oh, look, this is the Martin commercial I was talking about.
Okay.
This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Whatever.
Literally the stupidest commercial I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I guess we're talking about it, so Garmin's doing its thing. But
anyways,
this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Well, they're trying to expand their range.
That kid's stealing a lizard. That's awkward.
I'd steal a lizard. Jeremy Martin's definitely the last person I'd be afraid of. But anyway.
Anywho, yeah, dude.
I think. Well, you know what? I think if he is pissed, he has every right to. He's won all these championships. He expects greatness out of his guys. He pays them a lot of money. But I mean, come on, dude. It's 4 motos, and he's been doing this for 30 years. Like. Dude, Joey had a terrible season last year at the beginning of the year and then went out and won the second most races of anybody. AC ended up 3rd over. I don't know, dude. Like, what did he think? Okay, so what? Was he thinking that AC was going to be there and that was going to be a savior? Like, AC hasn't learned to put up full...
No, but I think he was expecting more, just like most of us were, out of Savachi. I mean, you said it yourself. He was the second most moto winner last year, and in the first 2 here, he has literally done next to nothing.
But that's what he did last year. See, I made the comment that Joey was going to do it at the second half of the season, not at the beginning of the season. I never thought Joey was going to go out and win the first 4 motos of the. Now we're going to Thunder Valley, where he got his first overall as of last year. So who knows? But I'm
here to tell you, if he doesn't do anything in Thunder Valley, it's going to be a long outdoors for him, and I'm going to start questioning his 450 ride. if he doesn't start producing. Because Thunder Valley, he was, from what I remember and what I've heard in the review shows,
He went 4-1, but the second moto he dominated.
He was fairly dominant last year at Thunder Valley.
The second moto
so
he dominated.
if he goes into Thunder Valley where he was dominant last year and doesn't do shit this year...
But what happens if he goes in, doesn't win Thunder Valley, but then he goes and ends up winning at Millville and Washougal, and you know he runs up front at Unadilla. Like I'm not.
Maybe, but dude, you would think we would see some more flashes than this at this point from him, at least.
I'll be concerned if he hasn't been up front by the time we get to Southwick. Then I'll be concerned if he's not up front by the time we get to Southwick. But the only reason I say that is because, like I said, his second half of the season last year was so good that he didn't really do shit. Dude, at the beginning of before, I think after Redbud, dude, he was in 9th in the points. So I get where you're coming from, and Mitch has every right to be upset, but if he's really that upset, what did he think was going to be any different? Because I'm here to tell you, if AC would have been healthy, I don't think a Pro Circuit guy would have got a win by now. AC, I don't know. If he really is upset, I'm a little shocked, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
He's had seasons where his guys haven't won till the halfway point.
No, that's what I heard, though, is that he is upset.
Well, maybe he is.
Steve said that he asked him for an interview, and he told him, it's not a good time.
So is it just Savachi, or is he upset? Because if he's upset with Faulkner, I really don't understand that either. Faulkner has been hurt.
I don't know, man. I don't have any. I don't. That's all the details. That's all the details I have.
I guess I'll find out, but I don't know. I'm a little shocked.
Call some contacts, find out. Call Mitch. Be like, yo, bro, what's up your ass right now? I'm sure he'll answer your phone call.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Send him an email or something, and we'll find out for sure.
I don't know. I think it's too early in the season to get upset. Now, I think if we get to the halfway point and nothing's happened, then yeah, you have a right to be upset. But I think Mitch has been doing this for too long that he knows better. But Alex Martin, are we
Troll Train?
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I don't think he's gonna win.
I don't think he's gonna win either. But he won a moto last year at Thunder Valley. So once again, we're going to a track that he had won a moto, his first moto of the year last year.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be more on the seeing exactly where we're at with it, come about the midway point. Mm-hmm. But at this point, I mean, he at least is showing me flashes.
He's doing Amart things once again.
Yes.
Once again,
like leading motos.
But I think his problem is that his outright speed is still not good enough.
Yeah.
To do it consistently.
Yeah.
Like, I could see him winning a moto and then going another 4 motos and then winning a moto. Like, he's just... Everything has to... Which Thunder Valley last year, the first moto, he ripped a holy. A couple guys had bad starts, or a couple guys were in second and then hit the deck. Like, everything has to go perfect, in my opinion, for A-Mart to win a race. Mm-hmm. Whereas somebody like J-Mart and obviously Plessinger and Osborne and Savachi and Faulkner and other these guys can just do it by speed. I think A-Mart literally might be the most consistent guy on a lap-to-lap basis than anybody else in the class. But once again, when his best lap is still a second off, it's just it's really hard.
Yeah. Like I said, I have a hard time seeing him really win a race. I mean, maybe, but I think he's going to be in the talk the whole season because he's going to have stuff like yesterday where he rips a whole shot and leads for 25 minutes.
What do you think about Justin Cooper? Is he starting to change your mind a little bit? Because he's changing my mind a little bit.
Yeah, he's...
Do that first moto with him, J-Mart, and McElrath, and then when they dropped McElrath, which it was looking like Shane was going to do better.
Shane is another one that's very underwhelming.
Him and RJ.
Yes.
RJ as well.
Very underwhelming. Yep. Yes. But anyway...
Cooper.
He's coming around, man.
But the second moto, once again, though, I think he gassed himself from that first moto.
Yep, I think so, too. And I think once he kind of figures out where he can get to that nice midpoint there...
How about his practice time, though? 2:37.
Unreal.
Dude, I'm sitting there watching it. I'm watching because before they went live, I'm watching it on the live timing, and everybody's like 240, 241, and then somebody goes 240 flat, and then all of a sudden Justin Cooper 237. I'm like, no way.
Yeah.
And then AP goes 239, and I'm like, well, Cooper just won practice.
Yeah.
And then you see Tomac's time is a 237, like a 10th off, and you're like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. Yeah.
So. That's what's scary for, I think, most of these guys is if he does how to figure it out, his outright speed is gnarly.
Oh, yeah. He could sprint away real quick and then just back her down 10% and still win. So,
Marchbanks has been good.
Yes. He's been at least up there where they've talked about him from time to time. So,
so top 10 other than the first moto at Hangtown every moto. All right.
He went, where'd he go yesterday? 710 for 8th overall.
And he's still easing his way into this as being a pro and getting it under control. And I think the week break in between Thunder Valley and High Point, it'll help him. And then when we start going to these 3-foot deep rut tracks and just square edge bumps all the way through the transitions, this big lengthy kid, I think it's going to help him and stuff. But want to talk about Osborne first? Because this is going to be a longer conversation than AP. Because I want to hear the excuses, man.
What excuses do you want to hear? We still got the red plate, so what the fuck's the
you
big
are
deal?
sharing the red plate.
We still have the red plate.
Yeah, okay.
We were sharing the red plate in Supercross for round 2, and you were all up my ass
you were racing Forkner. You were racing Forkner. You were racing... I don't know, man. I heard all these excuses.
Oh, the train's still rolling. We still.
Oh, really? Because he looked like ass yesterday, or 2 days ago, because it's Monday now.
How many times do we have to go over this? No one was expecting anything out of him yesterday because it's a track he doesn't fucking like.
Right, here it is. Here's where we're gonna get into.
This is like when I go to Dutch. I fucking hate that place. So as long as I get in and out without crashing and score points, then I'm fine.
All right, here we go. This is where I'm gonna school you. He's a 3-time champion.
Here we go.
No. Listen. If you're gonna be on the Zach Osborne train, you need to hear this.
I'm on the Osborne train.
Okay, so you're on the Osborne train. Listen, all right, listen. You were on the Osborne train, and we knew that he wasn't great at Glen Helen.
Yeah.
He was not great last year. He went 4-2, but still got the overall because nobody else could, learn how to stay together for more than one moto. So nobody expected it. Nobody picked him to win. I didn't pick him. You didn't even pick him.
None of the experts picked him to win.
None of the experts picked him to win.
And
maybe not even him or his camp was putting off the vibe. They were using it, saying, "Oh, we hate it." But then they alluded to it on the practice show. "Oh, I don't really like this. I don't really like this track." Zach Osborne's been coming to this track for how many years now? There's tracks that guys don't like. There's tracks that guys do like for various reasons. We're not getting into that because I could spend all day on why guys like certain tracks and don't like them. But he's a 3-time champion. Don't sit there and tell me that if he won, he would have been surprised. As a 3-time champion, you're never surprised when you win. Now, maybe old Zach Osborne, maybe the guy from 2016 or before would have been surprised. I could buy that. But you're talking about a guy that's got 3 straight championships, going for his 4th championship, and he's going to win a moto because he doesn't like the track, and he's going to be surprised.
Oh, I'm sorry. I literally fell asleep because you were boring me to death with this bullshit.
This is why it's hard to have conversations with people who like Zach Osborne, because they don't want to see the truth. If all you Zach Osborne... It's the truth. Okay, do we do that when Zach Osborne wins? Do we do that with other guys when Zach Osborne wins? Because I could go, oh, the only reason he won Hangtown is because J-Mart doesn't gel with the track. No,
okay,
Zach
fine,
Osborne won. No, it's an excuse. It's an excuse. It's a built-in excuse.
Okay.
Wait, Zach Osborne, it is, dude. You're a professional for 12 years. You ride the same track. It's never the track. It's never the track. It's you. He's been coming there long enough.
So he had an off day. He went 2... Last year he won.
No.
Last year he went 4-2.
Mm-hmm.
This year he goes 2-5.
Let me ask you a question.
He still won the title last year.
When's the... Yeah.
Shocker.
And you know what? He also had a 16-point lead, and everybody else couldn't stay off the deck. Now he's tied. The second place guy, or the guy that we thought would be battling for the championship, J-Mart, didn't lose any points and had an off day by his standards at Glen Helen. When's the last time you've seen Zach Osborne hit the deck 2 motos in a row?
You haven't, but it happens,
exactly.
Bro.
No. It doesn't happen. When is the last time Zach Osborne...
I saw Ryan Dungey hit the deck in Supercross and still win the title.
We're not talking about Ryan Dungey. We're talking about Zach Osborne here. When is the last time Zach Osborne... Because you want to talk about these moto scores. I'm not talking about the moto scores. I'm talking about how he rode. He never moved
so he rode bad.
He rode bad.
So
don't blame the track.
So if he comes out next week, so he rode bad. Okay, fine. He rode bad.
So don't blame the track. Don't blame the track. Don't blame the track. He rode bad because it's disrespectful to somebody like AP who yarded everybody on Saturday, straight up beat them down. So I could say every time Zach Osborne wins a race and somebody else that I like doesn't win it, I could say, well, it was a track.
Sure.
No, if you want, it's an excuse.
But then when you consistently get it every week, this isn't an every week thing. This is a one track.
He rode like crap.
Then we said, hey, he doesn't like the track.
He went 8-5
and he didn't do well. And he went
8-5 at Thunder Valley last year.
Okay, great.
So what happens if he goes into Thunder Valley and rides like crap again? Are we going to say, oh, it's the track?
No, then we're not going to say it's the track.
So what are we going to say?
He's not saying it's the track.
What are we going to say then?
Then he rode like shit next week.
So that's my point. So don't say it's the track. Give AP... That's what I don't like. If everybody's going to put Zach Osborne in the elite of 250 riders when this is all said and done, guys like Stewart and RV and RC and all these guys that have won 4 championships, those guys never blame the track when they didn't win. Stu hated Unadilla. Hated it. He won there a bunch of times. Said, hey, I don't like the track. Lost there a bunch of times. I don't like the track. I don't want anybody to say, well, oh, it was a track is why he did bad. Because every time, I think it's because we gotten so used to Zach Osborne winning. Well, if Zacho is just clearly not better than everybody else this year, I don't want anybody to want to say, well, it was a track. I have not seen Zacho ride that bad since this new and improved guy showed up at the beginning of 2017 in the last 2 years.
Well,
that's what I'm getting
at some point, it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's
everybody's
going
to have an off day at some point. Hell, Ryan Dungey crashed at Colorado 2 years ago and broke his back or whatever the hell it was and didn't race the rest of the summer. And that's Ryan Dungey who never misses a race.
Yes.
So if he has a bad weekend, i.e. what we just
everybody
watched,
has a bad weekend.
Then he had a bad weekend.
But that's not what I'm upset about. What I'm upset about is the people making excuses for why he had a bad weekend is what I'm upset about.
Yeah, but that's a legitimate excuse. If you go somewhere and you're mentally not in it...
No. He's always in it, dude. He's won 3 straight championships. This is the part where I think you're missing it. You can't win 3 straight championships.
I'm not missing it because I get it. I'm an athlete. I also do it. There used to be hockey rinks I would go to that when I walked in there, I would walk in and it could be either the rink we were playing at, it could be the team we were playing. It didn't matter. If I went in and we were playing the top-ranked team in the state... I would go, well, this is going to be a long fucking game. And if we lost, I would be like, well...
But you haven't been as successful as Zach Osborne has been on the market in hockey. That's the point.
Not on a professional level.
That's my point.
But my team was very successful.
I understand
we walked into a lot of games going, we're going to fucking win.
And I get that. But do you think Eli Tomac goes to tracks that he doesn't like and thinking, oh, I don't like this track, so that's going to hinder me? No. Eli Tomac goes to tracks expecting to win. And that's what I'm getting at. He had a bad day. Everybody has a bad day. Stewart had a bad day. Carmichael's probably the only person that never had a bad day outdoors. He won everything.
Well, he's a freak of nature.
That's my point. My point is that if somebody goes into a track and they don't gel with it, that's not an excuse when you've been doing it for that long. Now, if you're Marchbanks, that's different. You never rode at some of these tracks. Zach Osborne's been riding these tracks his whole entire life. It's not an excuse. He rode bad because he rode bad yesterday. Has nothing to do with the track.
Then he rode bad. Great. Awesome.
Okay,
he rode bad, went 2-5.
Yep, and he got 4th overall.
We still got the red plate.
You are tied with the red plate.
We still have the red plate.
So if he goes to Thunder Valley this weekend and he rides like that again, then what are you going to say?
Then he doesn't have the red plate probably, unless AP fucks up, and then he still might have the red plate.
Doubtful. AP might fuck up, but J-Mart's not going to fuck up.
Okay, so if J-Mart doesn't fuck up and Zach goes fucking whatever it is, then we're down by 4 points.
Well, if AP wins, you're not going to be down by 4 points. Because I don't think Zach Osborne's going to do much.
Remember what happened the last time we were down by points?
When's the last time you've been down by points? He hasn't been down by points.
17.
Yeah, and look what happened to Jordan Smith.
We straight yard sailed fucking Sabachi because we are champions.
And what happened if Jordan Smith never goes down? You don't win the championship. You only won.
Jordan Smith can't stay on 2 wheels, so we were fine. Yeah, we were absolutely fine. And there was zero worry there.
You only won because there was worry. You only won because Jordan Smith hit the ground. My point to all this is
because we got the heart of a champion.
No, that has nothing to do with it. He just rode like shit. Yeah, he rode like shit on Saturday.
Dude, it's cool, man. Sometimes we pick winners, sometimes we pick losers. I just happen to be on the winning train at this point, and you're on the losing train. It's fine.
My guy rode like shit and lost no points.
It's not a big deal.
Did J-Mart ride good yesterday? Or Saturday? I keep saying yesterday. I'm sorry. It's Monday.
Did J-Mart ride good on Saturday?
To Glen Helen standards.
J-Mart rode pretty well on Saturday.
Really? Yeah. Because he ended up behind Justin Cooper in the first moto and never moved forward. He got 5th the first moto.
Oh, he did go 5 too.
Yeah, he went 5 too. So did he ride good by Glen Helen standards?
So your boy did the same thing as mine did, but yet we're having this huge discussion about mine.
We are having this huge discussion because your guy is...
Because your guy got on the podium by a technicality of...
No, he got on the podium because did he crash 2 motos in a row?
No.
He didn't crash 2 motos in a row?
No.
That's my point.
Do you want to back up to Supercross here, or we could start going...
No, that's... We can
start going way back.
We're talking about outdoors right now.
We're getting a way back time machine here.
We're talking about Zach Osborne, who has facing
more championships than Jeremy Martin.
He has 1 more championship than Jeremy Martin.
Has more championships than Jeremy Martin?
Big deal. How many outdoors championships does he have?
2 after this season.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Really? So let's just transition into AP.
We still have the red plate.
Let's just transition into AP.
We still got the red plate.
You're sharing the red plate with a champion now. You're sharing a red plate with a guy that just won his first championship, and you could say, well, oh, you don't believe that AP can do this. Well, I didn't believe that Zach Osborne could do shit after, 12 years of failure.
And 3 titles later,
exactly.
Here we are, still with the red plate.
So guess what?
Huge shock.
So guess what? It is a shock. Because Zach Osborne,
but it's great because...
So let me ask you a question. AP won the championship this year in the West Coast and finally put it together by being faster than everybody else and being more consistent than everybody else. One thing he's had the problem with. He finally got the monkey off of his back. Everything has to happen a few times in a row to finally do it. He dominated yesterday. He's never won 2 motos in a row in his life other than the rookie year at Crawfordsville because it was a torrential the second year because it was a torrential downpour. You say you don't believe in AP can do it. Well, I didn't believe Zach Osborne could go on a 3 championship win streak. And last time I checked, before 2017, AP had done more as a professional in 3 years than Zach Osborne had done in 9 years. So, now you're racing a guy that has finally figured out how to do it. Rode like shit at Hangtown by his standards because I thought he was going to be better. He went 3-4. He dominated everybody yesterday. What he'd lead for out of the 70 minutes of racing, he probably led 65 of them. He now has the point. He's tied with Zach Osborne.
Do you see this grin?
Why are you grinning?
Do you want to know the point I'm about to make?
What?
Eli Tomac. Checkmate.
What does Eli Tomac have
anything
to do with Aaron Plessinger?
Did Eli Tomac win the outdoor title last year?
Yeah, he did.
Did we all think he got that monkey off his back finally of he could put it together?
For outdoors?
For anything. We thought, he won the title.
No, I didn't. Not for Supercross.
Here we go.
Not for Supercross.
Here we go.
Did I pick it?
Nope, nope. Now this isn't proven my point. We're out. Did
I pick him for these last 2 championships?
Oh, God.
No.
I can't even handle this right now.
No, see.
I can't even
Did I pick him? Did I pick him to win the Supercross championship?
Because we were looking at AP, who has tendencies much like Tomac, and fucking finally put it together, much like Tomac did last year.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get to Supercross, and what happens? Oh, Tomac does the same dumb shit.
Did I pick Eli Tomac for a championship this year?
I don't remember if you did or not.
I picked Ken Roczen for the Supercross championship, and I literally just picked Blake Baggett. So, why does that say that I thought he was going to win this championship?
Oh, boy. Here we go.
No.
My point's proven.
Your point is not proven.
Point's proven.
Because I didn't pick Eli Tomac for a championship.
It's funny, though, because here we are. AP, we have no data again. And yet
did we have any data before 2017 with Zach Osborne?
No, but now we have years of data.
We have 1 year. No, see, you literally just contradicted yourself.
2 years.
You said we have no data, and then we have 1 year. What happened before 2017 in Zach Osborne's career?
Oh man, I don't know. I think he was over in Europe, like dominating some fucking Europe.
He never won a race. He won 1 race outdoors and was never close for a championship.
We were over there winning.
You won 1 moto, dude. Zach Osborne didn't win shit in Europe.
And then we came back here and decided to show these boys what was up.
It took 5 years.
And now we've got 3 titles.
Seriously, what did Zach Osborne do before 2017?
Because I don't know.
He did nothing.
Got 3 titles.
He did nothing. So what tells you any different than?
I remember.
What did he do?
Him and Mookie came across the lane somehow at San Diego and head-oned each other at a Supercross. That was the thing.
I don't remember that.
I do remember that.
So my point to all this is that you can think that AP is not going to do it, and maybe he doesn't. But Zach Osborne didn't do shit before 2017 in his career.
Yeah, but we're rolling.
So what's the difference between Zach Osborne and Aaron Plessinger?
And we don't like that white bike without.
What's the difference between Zach Osborne and Aaron Plessinger?
That Zach Osborne has 3 titles.
Aaron Plessinger has 1. What is the difference between Zach Osborne before he won his first championship and Aaron Plessinger winning his first championship? Nothing.
Well,
There's nothing.
We've won 3 titles now.
I said before that. What's the difference?
The heart of a champion, bro.
That's
heart of a champion.
See, this is what you're doing because you don't want to talk about it.
What don't I want to talk about?
You're making excuses.
What excuse? We've won 3 titles. We still got the red plate. We had a bad weekend.
You're literally saying that the only person that can do what Zach Osborne did is Zach Osborne.
No.
Yes, you are. Are you saying AP can't do it?
I'm saying that he's got a big uphill battle against Zach Osborne.
Aaron Plessinger raced Cooper Webb and Jeremy Martin, who had already won a championship before Zach Osborne even thought about winning a championship.
Speaking of Zach Osborne, look at he's good on the telly, doesn't he?
So what I'm saying is that what's the difference?
Plessinger doesn't have a commercial.
What's the difference between Aaron Plessinger and Zach Osborne before Zach Osborne won his first championship? I know what it is. It didn't take Aaron Plessinger 10 years to win one.
Here we go. Now we're back on that.
It didn't take Aaron Plessinger 10 years to win a championship.
Patience is what you need.
It didn't.
Man.
No.
Patience.
No, I don't.
You gotta get some patience.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, be 20.
It took some patience.
I'm gonna be 29 years old racing the 250 class against a bunch of kids that might not have even been born when I was in the A class as an amateur.
Well, technically we're not doing anything wrong outdoors, and technically we're not doing anything wrong per the rules indoors.
Oh, you're not doing anything wrong during the rules, but you're just making a joke of yourself. Because James Stewart and Ryan Villapoto and Ricky Carmichael all won 4 championships before they even turned 19.
I think we're making millions of dollars, so...
So that's what it is.
I guess.
No, my point is that Zach Osborne, I'm never I respect the dude. He's an animal. He's bought himself up from the bootstraps. But if you're ever going to sit there and tell me that he will ever be in the elite level competition spectrum of Ricky Carmichael, James Stewart, and Ryan Villopoto,
I don't think we got that many years left to catch those guys.
it's never going to... Dude, you'll never catch those guys even if you would have had another 30 years and you could be 20 again.
I don't think so, because I don't think he's going to beat that number 94, because that red bike just looks good. Looks
So-
fucking good.
It's never going to happen, dude. It's never going to happen. He's never going to... He can win this Force Championship, and maybe he does. You know what? Maybe he does. Maybe he rebounds. I don't know. He had a bad stretch there last year. Maybe he does. But you're never going to sit there and convince me that he's in the same conversation as those guys, because it didn't take them guys 12 years to do it. Stewart had won 4 championships before he turned 19 years old.
Well, yeah, but Stewart's a freak of nature.
Carmichael
Just like
did
Ricky's
it,
a
and
freak of
Ryan
nature.
Villopoto did it. And by the way, even if you do, Zach Osborne won't be the first person to win 4 straight championships in a row. Ryan Villopoto did it. He won 06, 07, 08 outdoor championships and the 07 Supercross championship. So he won 4 titles in a row.
Did you just say 06, 07
And 08.
outdoors?
06, 07, 08 outdoor championships in a row.
But that's not what they're talking about in a row when they're talking about this. They're talking about Supercross, Motocross, Supercross, Motocross.
He won 4 championships in a row. It's the same thing.
It's not at all what they're talking about. They're literally talking about season to season. Not because, yes, you're right. Villopoto did win those titles all in a row. Yes, that's correct. But he didn't win the Supercross titles in between.
Well, if they
which
wanted,
is what they're talking about.
well, then that's a completely different category. So
that's a different category.
Okay, if that's what they said, then fine. But if they said that he's been the first person to win 4 in a row, period, that's false. If he won 4 championships in a row, Supercross outdoors, then yes, he will be the first person if he does it.
That's what they're
But if
talking
somebody
about.
says that he's won 4 in a row, then he's not the first person. Ryan Villopoto did it his rookie year, starting to the last year he was in the 250s.
I mean, I guess. Yeah.
It's a completely different category. That's what I'm saying. That's what I thought.
You're talking like year to year 4 in a row, but not like
Yes.
the actual seasons as they go. So that's what.
No, technically he won 3 in a row.
That's what everyone's talking about when you.
Well, then I really don't see any big difference. Like 4 championships is 4 championships. But if you want to make that category, then yeah, Zach Osborne, if he does it, he'll be the first person.
Yes.
Hell, Stewart would have won it. He would have won 6 in a row had he not got hurt in 03.
Yes.
So
But
yeah,
there we are. You got hurt. I mean, that was a Stewart thing. Stewartism.
it might be.
Stewartism.
But Zach Osborne is never going to be James Stewart.
Well, no.
So all I'm getting
He's
at,
not black.
and he's never going to be as talented or never going to accomplish as much either.
But mostly he's not black.
No, he's
That's a big
he's more black than he's on those other things. He can change his skin color and be like Michael Jackson in reverse before he would ever be those other things. I mean, Zach Osborne's never going to win a title in the 450 class. He might never even win an out overall in the 450 class.
That's a possibility.
So that's what I'm getting at. So the whole point to all this is we got off track. Zach Osborne has the red plate. He's tied with Aaron Plessinger. Don't ever say that AP can't do it, because Zach Osborne didn't do it before last year. So, for all you know, AP might win this one, go win the championship next year in the East before he goes to the 450 class, and he'll win 3 in a row. You have to do it one time before you do it a second time. That's very obvious. So, J-Mart is still my pick to win this championship, but all you guys, Zach Osborne, and it's even for me, because I don't like being wrong, just like you don't like being wrong. But AP is the one guy that I'd be afraid of, because AP has proven that he is faster than these guys.
If he comes out next week and lays it down 1-1 again, like lays the smack down to these guys like he did at Glen Helen, then this conversation is going to be a whole lot different, because all of a sudden it's going to be like, well, shit.
And see, that's the point. For somebody like you who's on the Zacho train, I'm on the J-Mart bandwagon. Wanting us to be right, we want our guy to win. Aaron Plessinger, which I would not be upset if AP won this championship. I like AP. I think he deserves it.
Cry about it either.
But if he wins, or if he starts to figure this out, he's the one guy that I think if you're them,
That you're worried about.
Because AP, what have we said for AP about AP for years? It's section to section with him.
Yep.
Well, and Mathis talked about it on the preview show, and I don't know if you listened to the 250 preview show. He said Aaron Plessinger would be 25 minutes in the moto going 4 seconds a lap faster, Eli Tomac style. Well, he proved yesterday that he was faster than everybody by a long shot. He's the guy that I'd be worried about. Now, if he goes to Thunder Valley this weekend and he lays a goose egg, then you know what? It wouldn't surprise me. Am I going to be bummed? Yes. But if he goes and wins this weekend, and then you have a week off going into East Coast, if I'm Jeremy Martin and Zach Osborne, I am worried. I don't care what anybody says. I'm worried.
Yeah. But this is also shaping up to be an awesome 250
Well,
year
we
for
picked
us.
those 3 guys.
Yeah, because if we can have all 3 of them trade the red plate around until the end.
And honestly, at that point, I don't I know that Zach Osborne, because he has 3 and then J Mart has 2 and AP only has 1, but they all have championships, so they know how to win it. But obviously J Mart and Osborne are the only ones to win outdoor titles. I don't know who I give the edge to, because you're talking about...
I'll tell you what, if it goes down to Indiana and it's those 3 and they're all within, say, 6 points of each other, dude, I'm looking real heavy at AP winning that because he's good
Especially
at
if it's a mud
Indiana.
moto.
Yeah, I gotta figure out why that keeps doing that. Okay, so we've argued enough.
Who needs to rebound? I guess we kind of talked about it, alluded to in the 250s, but I think Sexton needs to rebound in the 250 class. And the 450 class, I have to say Baggett.
Yeah, I think Baggett's got to come out swinging. Otherwise,
do you think Sexton needs to rebound, or do you have somebody else in mind?
Nah, Sexton's pretty much it. Yep.
Do you think RJ? I think RJ needs to do something too.
Dude, I don't have any faith in RJ, to be real honest with you. I don't know why they re-signed him. They should.
Well, I mean, last year
they gotta try to find somebody else.
I think it'll be better when he goes to the East Coast.
Him and everybody else, man.
Well, Southwick being earlier, I think it'll be good for him, but I think we both agree. So I'll just give my pick. So I think he's gonna win. Just so it doesn't seem like I'm wavering on my pick, I think on my title pick, I think J Mart wins this weekend because I think he is a guy that didn't ride up to his expectations. But I think AP leaves with the title or the title points all to himself, and which actually I think will set up good because I think J Mart is going to be tied up with Zacho, and I think AP has the sole points to himself. And the 450s, man, dude, I don't know anymore. You got to pick Tomac, but it's like at some point, is it going to happen? And we're going into the track that it happened 3 years ago.
God, I hope it doesn't.
No, I don't either.
I don't want to watch that again.
I don't either. But it's like, well, you almost got to think, well, until Kenny gets healthy, Tomac's got to be the guy. But it's like, we're also going into Baggett territory as of last year. So it's like, well, is that going to give him... I don't know. I guess I'll just pick Tomac because it's the easy pick.
I'm going to go with Tomac in the 450s too, and in the 250s, I don't have a fucking clue.
Really?
I don't have
I'm surprised
clue.
you wouldn't pick Zacho.
No, because he didn't do well last year, so maybe this year, but...
Well, I will say this. I think that he's going to rebound. I think that he will be better.
I will tell you this. I think it's going to be AP, Martin, or Zach will win the race. Mm-hmm. But which one? I don't know.
I will say this. I think he rebounds because Zacho has just proven that he's kind of like... It's kind of like the New England Patriots in football. When they lose, and I hate using a sport reference, but when they lose, they come out and annihilate everybody the next week.
Yeah.
So he has proven that he can do that. But I will say this. If he rides like he did last year at Thunder Valley and J Mart and AP win, he's going to be down by like 20 points going into High Point. And I don't think... This year, he can't afford to do that. Last year, he had such a big lead. I don't think he was ever worried. So I'll say that. I think he rebounds. But if he goes 5'8" again, dude... He's going to be down by 20-something going into High Point.
We're going to be running out of coal on the Zacho train there. We're going to be puffing along on fumes.
If it gets down that low, are you going to be worried?
I'm not going to be worried until we get to,
Redbud? Well, no, technically Southwick's the halfway point this year.
Yeah, once we get out of Southwick, if we're down by a lot, then I'm going to start to worry. But till that point, no.
Well, I will say this. If he does get down by that much... We're really going to see what Zach Osborne's made of. Mm-hmm. Because I know that he tied with Faulkner, but that's not the same thing as losing. He hasn't been down, really. Going into Vegas, but like you said, he had Joey under control and Smith, whatever. He hasn't really had to face adversity outdoors in the last 2 years. Well, if he goes down, he's down by quite a bit of points. We're going to really see what Zach Osborne's made of. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I think it's going to be a tough year for everybody. So... that'll be interesting.
Yep. So, anything else before we wrap this up?
Go to another shitty track. No, track's great. It just doesn't break down well.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it.
I've been to Thunder Valley quite a few times, and I like the track, but it's not.
I'm ready to get to High Point.
You just
get started on the East Coast.
You just want to see Kenny.
Yeah.
You want to see who Kenny's got after a week off.
Yes. I'll walk around with a giant boner while Honda's winning the 450 class because it's going to be awesome.
Dude, we got to get Matt on the show here soon. Matt Wyman, because of this Tomac dominance. The first time Kenny beats him straight up. We got to have Matt on the show and just be like, what happened, bro? What happened?
Where's Eli?
Our guy hasn't, raced in a year outdoors, and now he's just beating down.
Dominating.
He's got T-Rex arms. He's K-Rex.
Oh, God. All right, so this has been another episode of the Moto Aftermath Show. Sorry for all the technical difficulties, the interruptions, customers coming in, whatever. But make sure to follow us on Facebook, like, subscribe, comment down below. Don't forget we got that Q&A show coming up in 2 weeks in the off week, so make sure you ask your questions in the comments below. And we will see everybody next week for...
Thunder Valley!
Yeah, I was blanking on the name. All right, here we go. 250 time.
This is going to be fun.
Oh,
Hey, look, it's Weston Pike.
Weston
He's
Pike's
pretending to work on his truck.
He's a man because he works on his own truck.
He
has
is.
tattoos.
He's a beast.
He is a man.
He's a man.
Man amongst boys.
I know, right? All right, let's get into this. Shit.